Residents across the area are forced to clean up after yesterday's severe storm. Good evening. This is CTV News. I'm Sonia Shrivastava. Well, yesterday's storm leaves a local homeowner in shock after a tree weighing nearly 3 tons falls on her home. Darnelda Trower, a resident of nearly 1 year, says the tree missed her by just 6 inches. Despite a tornado warning, Trower's experience felt more like an earthquake when her house shook from the impact.
By the moment I really turned around my head for a couple of seconds, then I had this boom, the shake, and like crackling snap on the house. And I kind of froze at first and then went toward the hall area and looked to my left where my bedroom is located. And I saw that was all covered. So my first, instinct was to run down the stairs. But I heard the doorbell ring, and it was actually my neighbor trying to tell me, the tree had fallen on the house. Get out, get out.
Now, hours after the tree fell, her porch collapsed, leaving even more damage to be repaired. Good luck to her. Veterans of World War II are honored today during a special ceremony in Silver Spring. Patricia Villone has more on the men and women who served more than 70 years ago.
More than 150 veterans of World War II were recognized for their sacrifices today, several of whom are more than 100 years old.
There's ships all over the water. And so we could see them raising the flag with 4 men that raised that flag. I felt good. It was a sight to see, and the wind was blowing, but they got it up there.
Those are just a few of the incredible stories that are gathered in the hearts and minds of the men and women here. You're about to hear another. Soon after the Battle of the Bulge began in December of 1944, a number of members of the Army's 106th Infantry Division were captured en masse. Albert Frumkin clearly remembers that day on December 19th. He was a prisoner of war until April 28th, 1945, and those were 5 tough months. But Mr. Frumkin was just as tough. And that is why today we can welcome Silver Spring resident Albert Frumkin.
We were forced to march for 13 days and were put into boxcars for 6 days for the final trip to our camp, Stalag 4B. We had no food or drink for the 19 days. But fortunately, God in His wisdom made it snow, and we grabbed handfuls to sustain us.
In 28 years in the military, I've seen firsthand how every soldier works hard to live up to the example that your generation set for them. Because when our country was attacked on September 11, 2001, many of them stood up, like you did, and asked, "How can I serve?" The greatest generation will be remembered not just for the battles you fought abroad, but also for what you accomplished when you returned from the front. You came home and started families, started new businesses and careers, built strong communities, and made America the greatest nation in the history of the world.
Now, some of the veterans present today were actual prisoners of war. Others were present during some of the most famous battles, including D-Day on the beaches of Normandy. From Silver Spring, I'm Patricia Villone for CTV News.
Today's event was sponsored by Montgomery County. Well, a man is critically wounded after being shot by 2 Prince George's police officers. It happened in the 800 block of Southern Avenue around 10 o'clock Tuesday night. Police responded to reports of a man walking in the Glass Manor community firing gunshots. When authorities arrived, the suspect fired at the officers. They shot back, hitting him several times. He was rushed to a local hospital and taken into surgery. Both officers have been placed on routine administrative leave. Well, Apple's iPhone remains one of the hottest items on the market, but now 2 men are in some hot water for selling fake ones. Police arrested 2 men yesterday in Lanham for selling numerous counterfeit iPhones like the one in this picture. Police will hold a press conference tomorrow at noon, and we will bring you more details on those arrests. And you're watching CTV News. I'm Sonia Shrivastava.